What's up, guys? Welcome to Faith Family Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Dominique. If you're not new here, welcome back. So today, the specific day that I'm recording this video was Monday. I actually decided that we were going to be starting our homeschool season the Monday after Aiden left. So Aiden left on Saturday, and this is my first day and my first school year, obviously, without him. So it's a new season and a new just everything without him. So I'm making me some espresso because I woke up at 6 o'clock. I woke up before the kids. And so I am going to be just starting some dinner in the Instapot and crock pot because we have some things to do outside. And so I want to have dinner ready when we come back. Before I go any further, I want to thank all of you guys who have donated and prayed for Aiden's mission on every trip. He has successfully made it. He flew out on Saturday, like I said. I did share a short little vlog of him leaving because that's all I filmed that day, and then the next day was church, and so we didn't film anything on Sunday. So this Monday, bright and early, this was the first day that I got to do anything. Sunday night we had game night at our church with the youth, since my husband's a youth pastor, and so we didn't get home till late, but I was able to make that zucchini chocolate chip bread, which I substituted cucumbers from my garden. I froze them and defrosted them, and so I was able to substitute cucumbers. So it's really cucumber chocolate chip bread. But I also was making peppered steak in the slow cooker and rice in the Instapot so that it could just be sitting all day, and when we came home it could be nice and ready. So after I made my coffee, I'm doing the rice, as you can see, and I already put the peppers and the steak and the onions, and the peppers and the onions are from my garden that I froze. And then I'm just getting ready to start school with the girls. I decided that we were going to start school at 8 a.m. So they wake up, I wake up the girls, or they wake up themselves at 7 o'clock and start getting ready, like taking care of animals and eat breakfast. And so that's why I had made that bread for them to have before as breakfast. And so I'm not a morning person, and so I want to try and make breakfast the night before if I can, just so that I could have it ready at 7 o'clock. And so that is what I did. I made it the night before on Sunday, then just warmed up some bread, and we all ate bread for our breakfast. And I made my coffee and drinking my iced coffee. The only time I can drink coffee is when it's iced. I do not like drinking hot coffee, and I don't even I probably have hot coffee maybe like 2 times a year or something like that, only if I desperately feel like I need caffeine and there's no other option besides hot coffee. I'll drink some. But so this was the first year. Nael, me not doing school with Aiden, technically he's a senior, and so we still haven't graduated him yet. But Anaya, she's in 7th grade, Nehemiah's in 5th grade, and then Nael is in 1st grade. So as I have Anaya and Nehemiah, they're listening to the same audiobook, but they listen at different times. Like Anaya likes to hurry up and get her schoolwork done, and Nehemiah kind of likes to lollygag and stuff. And so I have them with their separate headphones, even though they're listening to the same audiobooks. And then I was able to do some words, sight words with Nael, as well as like telling time, and then like reading and writing and the days of the month and stuff like that while I was with her. At the same time, since they are listening to their audiobook, there's some things that they don't need to listen, like they can do script, like writing their script. Anaya, she was doing her math and she was still able to answer questions about what she was listening to, where Nehemiah cannot really do math and listen at the same time. So that's why you see her, she it was like a spelling, correct the paragraph, like correct the spelling mistakes or the punctuation mistakes, and then I was trying to talk to her about it. And so you see her, she had took off her headphones to listen and for us to talk about and discuss it. And so it took her longer to listen to her audiobook. And then Nael, we were able to do her clock telling, and this was the first year that we did it, and she did like really, really good job. I know that since we came back from vacation, I have not like washed laundry because I was too busy getting Aiden and his clothes ready. And that's his like sheets and blankets and stuff like that on top that I just put in. And so I am doing laundry at the same time. Like this Monday was just like a really, really busy Monday for us because it's like kind of getting back into routine. Because although we came from Florida like 5 days before he left, 5 or 6 days, we were still just trying to get him ready. And now that he's gone, we're trying to get like back into a routine. And so all of this is like different for us this year. I do want to plant a fall garden, and right now at the end of August would be the time to plant a fall garden. And I want to plant it inside my hoop house because it's covered and I still have the drip irrigation in there, but I just haven't had time. Like I'm probably going to try and do it this weekend depending on how this week goes. I wanted to get this first week under my belt and see how like smooth things are going with the kids, and because we are using all new curriculum and changed curriculum that we had been doing previous years. And so I want to give them a week to get like the hang of it, and then be able to go out in the garden and plant inside my hoop house for a fall garden. And I want to really focus on cabbage and broccoli and Brussels sprouts for my fall garden. But we'll see how that goes. I was like I said, we came home from Florida and I didn't really put away my clothes, and so in my room I'm working on putting away my clothes. I did go ahead and get dressed because we did have to go. Nehemiah's taking a theater class, and so I had to get dressed to get ready to go to that theater class later. And then I still had to put away my stuff from Florida. I still had all of my clothes inside my duffel bag, and so that's what you see me doing, is putting away my clothes and doing laundry at the same time. I don't even think in this video that I got to actually putting away all of the laundry, but it's all washed. But now it's just like sitting in piles in my room and in the living room. And in the middle, while I was doing laundry, I was still helping the girls with their questions. So when they had questions, I would sit down with them if I needed to, but I was mostly just running around. It was a really, really busy day because we had to leave at 12 o'clock. And so I was trying to, since we started school at 8, get everything done between the hours of 8 and 12. So that way when we left, because we were going to go to the park that day, I didn't record us at the park or anything like that, but we did stay at the park for about 3 hours. And it was really, really fun. It was an overcast day, but the UV was really high and hot. So we did have really, really fun yesterday and got back late. And I was so appreciative to have that food in the crock pot and the Instapot already ready, because we were starving by the time we got back. I think later on in this video I share what time we got back, but having that food ready was an amazing idea, and I was so happy to have it. Since we are doing our homeschooling different this year, I did get 2 planners and planned out my both Anaya and Nehemiah's day. And so I have a planner, and then I just planned like a month ago what their days should look like, which really, really helped during the first day of school, because I planned out their first week. Well, I planned out their first month, but then some of the things I only stopped at a week just to give myself some grace after a week to see if there was any changes I needed to be made. And so some stuff I didn't plan out the complete month because I just wasn't sure, like with English, if we wanted to go down a level or something like that, because I am doing a grade above for Nehemiah in English and in math. So I wanted to see if maybe give her some grace if we need to go down or if we needed to stay. So I didn't quite plan out the whole month, but it's been 2 days as I'm doing this voiceover, and so far so good. So we'll see how that works out. But I really love having the planner, and then I was just able to like highlight each as we finished each subject. I was able to just highlight saying that we did it, which was really nice, and the girls really loved it because I was even showing them, how to read the planner and read, the pages that I set aside for them and stuff like that. So it was all just a new learning curve for us this first day. And I was really glad that we got the first day under our belt. Usually I don't start school. Previous years when I was still homeschooling Aiden, we didn't start school until the September, but this day was August 26th. Okay, we just got home. It is 6:51. This is where that crock pot meal comes in handy because it is already ready. Like I said, today was the first day of homeschooling, which of the new school year, and we're trying to get into a new routine. So I had defrosted some shredded potatoes or shredded hash browns earlier, and a 1 pound container of sausage. I would like to, I'm not a morning person, and so save myself from having to make breakfast because with Aiden being gone, my husband is doing the animal chores that Aiden used to do, so which means he's staying here longer and eating breakfast here. Usually he's not eating breakfast at home, and so I would need to make breakfast, which means that I don't like cooking in the morning is what I'm trying to say. Basically, I don't like cooking in the morning, so I have more energy at nighttime, which is why I'm going to be making a breakfast casserole tonight with hash browns, the sausage, and freeze-dried eggs, because our chickens are molting and they haven't been laying right now, but we have like 3 gallon size bags of freeze-dried eggs, and so I used some this yesterday to make the what did we make? Oh, the cucumber chocolate chip bread. This one is from May, the last time I freeze dried a bunch of eggs. I want to like alternate, so I do still have two big containers of zucchini bread, is what I'm calling zucchini bread, but it's cucumber chocolate chip bread. I just used a zucchini chocolate chip bread recipe. I want to alternate with this casserole, and so this casserole is going to be a double recipe, so it would make a 9x13, and I think between the casseroles and the zucchini bread, that should give us breakfast for the week, and hopefully even longer. But we just got home, so I'm going to my kids are going to, some of them are taking a shower and stuff like that, but it's 6:54. We're gonna eat dinner, or they're gonna eat dinner because I'm not hungry right at the moment, because I did eat a snack like the beef jerky or pork jerky really, that I got from Costco the last time I was there. So with that being said, I am going to start making the casserole, because like I was trying to explain, I have much more energy at nighttime than I do during the day or in the morning, which is why I don't like making breakfast in the morning. If I'm gonna eat breakfast, it's gonna be like 10 or 11 a.m. But with my husband and we starting school, I'm trying to get breakfast eaten by 7:30 so we can start school at 8. I only use 1 pound of sausage, even though I'm doubling this batch, so that was 4 pounds of hash brown versus 1 pound of sausage. But then I also was able to cut the bread to make, so I have 3 more mornings where I can have the cucumber chocolate chip bread, and then I'm going to be using the aluminum pans to make 2 like casseroles. So I'm using the sausage, the bell peppers frozen from the garden, onions frozen from the garden, with the hash browns. I'm using freeze-dried eggs that we freeze-dried in the May, and I was just able to, once I added the freeze-dried powder, I added to plain yogurt and mixed it all together with garlic powder, salt, pepper, and onion powder, and mixed it in with a little bit of milk as well. And you can still see that people are getting their dinner while I'm making these casseroles. But then I just topped it with cheese. So these just came out the oven. I put them in there for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna let them cool for a little while. And then I'll cover them up, and we'll have one for tomorrow. We probably won't eat that whole thing, maybe, I don't know, with my son not being here. But then the next one we'll wrap up and have later in the week.